Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. I'm Donna, and today I am here with Autumn Nicholas. How are you doing?
I'm doing so well. How are you?
I am doing awesome. I am in Florida, so it's been quite toasty here with the humidity, because I always complain about that in the summer months. But other than that, it's been great. And where are you right now? Are you currently in Nashville or traveling on the road?
Yep, traveling on the road, and it's been hot everywhere I've gone so far, if I'm honest with you.
Isn't that the truth, right?
Right.
Oh. So we like to start off with the most difficult question ever.
Oh, no.
Are you ready?
I hope.
Who is Autumn Nicholas?
Oh gosh, that is a difficult question. I honestly have had some time to think about it, just because I've had a lot going on to kind of put myself in a place of my music and what I want to say to people. And I think I've always wanted to be in other people's lanes, because I wanted to be, I guess, liked by a large amount of crowds when it comes to the music half of my life. And then I realized that who I am is someone that kind of inspires people. So I don't think Autumn Nicholas is ever going to be the one that becomes famous. I think Autumn Nicholas is going to be the voice that kind of catapults things that need to be talked about, but we can sing about them. Crowds that we need to gather, we can gather, and it be for positive things. It's not just writing a fun pop song. I think Autumn is a message mover, not just moving your body. So that's why I am for now.
I love it. Love it. That's a great description of yourself for sure.
Thanks.
And that leads me right into your most recent single, Not Gonna Do This Anymore. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that, and kind of, obviously the idea behind it we kind of know, but describe that a little more and kind of just the writing into it.
Okay. So at first, the beginning of the song, as we wrote it, I wrote it with a great friend of mine, Lauren Michaels, in Nashville. We did it over Zoom, actually, and she and I were kind of going through these experiences of, why do we have to be in a box? Why do we have to kind of do what the world wants us to do, or become like these labels so that we can be, I guess, generalized? We wanted to step out a little bit. And as female artists in the country world or in the music industry, it was really hard to kind of step out of that box as well. We got halfway through it and we kind of had this moment of, no, this isn't for us. This is for everyone. It was like impactful once we realized that it was bigger than us. And when I went to the studio to record it, it being for women's rights, it was Texas was actually going through it first. And I was like, gosh, this means more. This is bigger than me, and it's bigger than the song. So I wanted to get out as soon as possible, because we don't have to take all these things they're creating for us in our bodies. And I felt so, I think, honored to release something that was for, again, everyone, because it was a message that was easy to relate for.
Absolutely. And it is a great message, because I mean, that was the first thing I said. It said, whichever side you believe is what you believe. And, the fact that you're taking the rights away, that's what it comes down to, is it's a right, and that's what people don't see. They're like, oh, well, it's bad. It's this and that. That's not the point of it. That's not the point. Outside of what it stands for, the point is it's a right. It'd be no difference if they took guns away or other things. It's a right. So that's just how I feel.
Absolutely agree.
So tell me, how did you get started in music? Like, is this something you've always knew you were going to do, or,
I thought I was going to be a journalist when I was like 11 or 12. I thought, I'm going to be writing. I want to write stories. I want to write, of course, things on other people. And I never really had an interest in songwriting because I didn't know about it. I was that age. And then I saw my brother play guitar when I was around like 12 or 13. And it was just like, oh, people do this. This is a thing. I forgot. I didn't know people wrote songs like this. And so, of course, I kind of took that over from him, and he kind of let me take the reins of being the instrumentist in the house. And just, I don't know, I didn't realize that songs were able to move people until I got a little bit older. I think I was like 15, or maybe even 13 when my dad put me on the stage and he goes, sing the song you wrote. And I was like, no way, no, this is terrifying. And I think I sang to maybe like 30 people, but it was like life changing. I knew in that moment, I was like, no, this is where I'm supposed to be. If I'm a journalist and I'm sitting right here doing my journaling, then I'm going to sing the journal at them, because I found myself deep in lots of, people have diaries, but it was more so just like stories that I created about life. And I don't know, I kind of knew then. And then moving to Nashville a year and a half ago, being surrounded by so many songwriters kind of just solidified that I'm in the right place with the right other messengers together. So.
Well, that's beautiful. And, it's true that, isn't that part of how ballads really started, they were singing the news from town to town back in the day.
That's
and
right. That's very true.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, who are some of the women that have inspired you in music?
From a young age, my mom would listen to Whitney Houston a lot on cassette tape. And it was just, her voice was moving, and I didn't understand how she could make you feel something from being inside what I would consider the radio box, Like I had no idea. Oh my gosh, I love this so much.
Taker comes in, says hi. Sorry.
Oh, I have my dog below my feet right now. I have a little Frenchie.
Aww.
Yeah,
Aww.
He goes everywhere. So sweet. But I literally just thought that Whitney Houston was the most powerful, like the voice wasn't the only thing that was powerful, like just her ability to like overtake you with emotion and like kind of get you to feel beyond where you were. She was a really big inspiration for me. People like Adele, similar to just like the power voices and also just the power movers. I think another female singer that I really love, Alicia Keys. She moves in messages as well. She has a lot to say. I think it's amazing when people are able to take a lot to say and put it in 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes and make you like, I didn't know I was supposed to feel this way, or, I didn't know I could feel that way. I'm sure there's many more women that I can name, but of course, when you're put on the spot, you're like, I know one person, but those two people right now are kind of standing out to me. I had a lot of inspiration from TLC, from the Four Non Blondes. She sings "Come to My Window." Alanis Morissette. Yep. Melissa Etheridge. Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. So them, I think, obviously looking back at it now, they are. They had a lot of songs that kind of changed our history. They had a lot of moments in time that they kind of captured. And when you go back and look at Tracy Chapman, I mean, a legend of that time, and her message now, like if she could come back now and redo everything she did, I mean, it all still aligns. Everything is still taking place, and it's unfortunate, but also I feel like we have more to say, and now we have more ears that are maybe listening with an open mind and an open heart. So I hope we're just moving towards that. So those women kind of strike me as people that kind of timeless, rather.
Yes, absolutely timeless. I can't agree more with you. And yes, I think there are more people listening now. And I don't want to say that as millennials, I think the millennial generation here has really started opening up those lines of, okay, let's start listening. Let's start, broadening this, because it's not a one way, he or she, them or us, or,
Exactly right. Which is also kind of just like opening my mind so much to the idea, like my 13-year-old niece is just the things that she knows and the way that she loves and the way that she can communicate. I was wondering, I look back at me, I'm like, where was I at that age? Like, what did we do? And the things that we were thinking, I think I'm more proud to see where we're going. Not that I'm not proud of where we've been. It's just amazing the open-mindedness that they have.
Yes. And everyone says that technology is bad. And I'm like, it can be both. It can be good and bad. It depends on how you use it. Because, I mean, being the generation that, we had to go to a physical library to get books if we wanted to learn something. And, that's how it was. You wanted to look up a map. You didn't have Google. You didn't have, it was just amazing. Right. The stuff that, you think that we just took off on the road and we're like, we forgot the map. And so you had to go stop at a gas station and get a map. And,
Yep. Get directions on MapQuest printed out. If you lost the paper, you were just, I remember that.
Oh, yes. So it is great to see where we are now and where in the future could go as far as, like some of the self-driving car technology, some of, different things. Just, it's so cool.
Mhm.
So would you like to do our 20 crazy questions now?
Let's do it.
Okay. I promise we will not get arrested yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Tell us, what's your dance like nobody's watching song? The song that you absolutely have to like dance to.
Oh, what's my dance like nobody's watching song? Shaka Khan. What is the name of it? I know it. What is the Shaka Khan song? I know that as soon as I were like, anyways, Shaka Khan. She has the song, and I'm like, as soon as it comes on, I'm just like, oh, this is it.
Oh, no, we all have those moments. It's something when you're put on the spot, you're like, I had the title a minute ago and I'm lost now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a perfect workout song or genre?
Do you have a perfect workout song? I've never even thought of these things like ever. I really like. I can't remember his name. I like Colors by Crossfade. That's his by. It's very like. Sometimes just depends. We'll do that. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. So tell us, what are the top 2 concerts you've ever been to?
Oh, okay. That's easy. Number 1 concert was, this is gonna sound, well, my first concert ever was Leonard Skinner with my dad when I was like 9 or 10. I was in the back of a truck in a swimming pool. Like, if that doesn't get more perfect, literally.
Absolutely.
And then I went and saw. Why do all these names leave me? The first song I ever sang was by him. He wrote the entire movie The Lion King music. Elton John. Thank you. Yep. Elton John concert. Yeah. So my top 2.
Oh, those are great. Definitely great. Especially your first concert. That is something that you'll always remember.
It was in Walmart shopping center parking lot. I just remember being like, what is this, Dad? And he was like, it's your first concert. You're going to love it.
Well, so thanks, Dad.
Yeah, right. Really set me up for success.
Yeah. Oh. So tell us, what albums or artists do we need to listen to before we die?
Oh, you need to listen to Teddy Swims, Nathaniel and the Night Sweats. Have it on my phone. Madeline Finn. There's one more. All of them are leading my food. Oh yeah, JP Sachs. She's gonna help me answer these questions when I'm like, JP Sachs, and then Emma Zink. Those people are wonderful.
Those are awesome. So yes, if y'all haven't listened to any of those people, go after the interview, check them out.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us, do you have any guilty pleasure music? Those songs that no one knows or areas that no one knows you listen to?
Oh yeah, I love listening to like R&B music or sometimes just jazz music. And just when you're in the kitchen, like being on tour all the time or being in transition all the time, when you get to just be in the kitchen and like make your own food and slow down, just like my go-to is just something slow and relaxing that isn't the pace of my life. Anything that slows me down is just fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome. So hypothetically, if I came to you and said, I need to hide a dead body, do you know a good place?
I do. I watch too many of those movies, and I listen to the podcast. What's that podcast that we listen to? But the bodies, like I listen to too many podcasts. So yes, I would definitely know where to hide a dead body. Unfortunately, but I would help you if you absolutely needed help. If I'm being honest, we got to stick together.
Well, I'm so glad. At least I know I can call you then.
I got your back always.
Thank you. Do you have a game plan for zombie apocalypse?
I don't think I have a game plan for zombie apocalypse, but I know a lot of my friends who definitely would. So I know that I could just kind of give them a call or send off a flare, and I would know it's time to meet. I have some friends who are deeply invested in making sure they have that, like that backpack ready to go and that underground life ready to start. My dad always talked about having
Hold on one second, Autumn. You're starting
like
to
a
cut out
bunker.
just a little bit. You're cutting out just a little bit there. So all the last part we caught was about the friends with the backpack.
Okay, so my friends have lots of places for us to go, and they keep this kind of handy, like if anything, if the world was ending, ready to go backpack always.
Awesome. Oh, tell us, what job would you be terrible at doing?
What job would I do here? I could never work in a meat factory, like anything with animals. Like I couldn't do it. That would be bad, and or anything to do with like bathrooms, probably.
Oh, those are definitely interesting topics there.
Yeah.
If you won the lottery, what's the first thing you would do?
If I won the lottery, I would probably go buy a fake ticket, like those winning tickets that say you're a winner, like automatically. And I would give it to my dad, and then I would go and give him money immediately. That'd be my friend. He has been dreaming of winning the lottery, and I feel like if I ever won it, I have to pass it to him and like see what he wants to do first, and then we could go celebrate on vacation or something.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Mm.
What's the last thing you read?
Last thing I read, like today, in a
Today,
book.
sure. Email, book, whatever. News article,
Today,
maybe.
I read the layout of my show for July 29th. I did the whole layout time frame with my manager. So that's what I read.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Do you prefer boots or heels?
How about bare feet? If I had to choose, boots.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with bare feet. Bare feet are awesome.
Right.
Who would play you in a movie about your life?
Oh, wow. Who would play me in a movie about my life? Halle Berry? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Yeah, that sounds fine.
That's a great choice.
Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez is fine too.
Yeah. Both great choices.
Right.
Oh. So this next one's a little difficult. Where's
wow.
Waldo?
I lost him years ago. I just stopped looking because I figured he'd want to be lost anyways, Yeah. And we'll just leave it.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. We've been looking for him
Right.
everywhere. So it's all good. What's the best thing since sliced bread?
Tofu. Making tofu in restaurants. I'm a vegetarian / vegan, and I can be. And I think the options that they're making for food is amazing. Like sliced bread's awesome. I love bread. I'll pretty much eat toast with anything. But since sliced bread is probably like options of foods, and also you can download music now on anything.
Definitely. Would you rather, and I might not answer this, would you rather cook or order in?
I'd rather cook. However, if you got a really good Thai restaurant, I might go for the Thai.
Ooh. And I figured from your earlier conversation when you're at home, you're like, I'm in the kitchen. I'm like, oh, you probably order in, right? Or
yeah, right,
I'm sorry, cook at home. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, in your opinion, what is the worst pizza topping?
Oh, what's the worst pizza topping? What is it? I don't know. I really like all pizza toppings. I think maybe just not meat. However, people usually say like the pineapples on pizza thing, but I kind of like it. Doesn't bother me. Maybe
Oh,
like
good. 'Cause
anchovies.
I was gonna ask you about the pineapple. So I'm glad that you already came forward with the pineapple.
Oh, I've told my truth. I think it's okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a hard yes or no, I think, on that pineapple. People are like really
Yeah,
confused by the fruit on pizza, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty much open to trying anything once, but
right. Exactly right. That's fair.
yeah. So tell us, what do you wish would magically clean itself? The house, the car, the bathrooms, the laundry.
Oh, I wish it would clean itself. That is fantastic. I really love to clean things. This is hard. I would love the house. If we could just clean itself all the time, that'd be great. Because then we'd have more time to do what we want to do. Yeah. This is
Perfect.
good.
Tell us something on your bucket list.
On my bucket list. I want to hike the Camino of Santiago. It's the walk from France to Spain, 500
Nice.
miles. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Gotta
Well,
have 30 days off to do it.
I was gonna say, when you do that, make sure you just start lots of pictures and film, and yeah.
I might take someone with me so they can do the whole footage and we can show what it's like to do the whole thing. Be fun.
That would be awesome. So if you could be another person like Dolly Parton, or a position like a surgeon or CEO, who or what would you want to be for the day and why?
This is a really cool question. I've never thought of this. I would probably like to be, my brain isn't across, maybe like the CEO of a company, but then again, I think I just, maybe the president for a day, if I'm honest with you, change up some things. I don't know how fast I can change it in a day, so maybe that's not a good thing. It's tough. I would like to be Mother Nature for a day. Yeah. Then I can have the whole world in my hands just for a day.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But figure out how to stop the whole global warming would be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I figured I could go see why she's so upset, which I understand why, but it just maybe I can help.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So do you have any words of wisdom that you live by? And if so, what are they?
This motto kind of follows me. You can go far alone. I'm sorry, you can go fast alone, or you can go far together. So it's kind of what's helped me in my life.
Absolutely. That's a great motto too. So tell us, what else do you have going on for the rest of this year? Obviously, I know there's some tours coming up, some folk festivals. You want to tell everyone what's happening the rest of this year?
I do. I have so many things that are going on that sometimes I think I have a hard time remembering dates and everything. So I will tell you what I have, and I'll advise you to go to my website to look for the dates just in case I'm incorrect. I know that we do have coming up in the next week or so. I go to the Newport Folk Festival, which I'm excited to do in Rhode Island. It's my first time with performing with Black Opry there. And then I have the North Carolina Folk Festival. I will be doing something that is kind of very brand new news, that I'll be opening for Amanda Shires in September, right after Americana Fest. So there's so many things that are happening performance-wise, and then on the brink of releasing new singles. I think in the next month or so, we'll release a single called Made Yet. Very excited about it. It's a different lane song for me. It's a beautiful story that's kind of telling about all the mistakes you haven't made yet. I think as we get older, we climb less trees and we take less risks. And this song is kind of reminding you to hone back in and remember that taking the risk is usually, even if it ends badly, it probably taught you the biggest lesson of your life. So,
absolutely. Wonderful. So yes, everyone, make sure you go out and check out the website. Links will be in the descriptions.
Yes,
so
thank you.
But yes, looking forward, and stay tuned. Autumn is going to be taking over some Facebook coming up, so make sure you check those out as well.
We are going to have a good time.
Yes, it's been a pleasure having you on today, Autumn, and you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. And thank you all for joining us for another episode of Crazy Women Country. Have a great day, everyone. If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.